The Frida's Cleaning Service is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high-quality, and greatly satisfied service, the Frida's Cleaning Service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. La Frida's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless.
That's Contrelle from the Petrol. Mr. Trap Rap No Biz up from the mud to the tub. And I'm rocking out with Queen Silvy and Tim. You know.
Today on the Queen Silvy Show, sharing his journey of 26 years as a boxer and discussing his hot new book entitled How to Keep a Man Happy, which is soon to be a movie released this year. Oh, you're in for some fire conversation from boxer, writer, author, Contrelle, Wright.
Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award-winning show, got the #1 spot. Look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show. 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 It's the Queen Silvy
Show. Hi, this is Joe Nass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and thank you for dropping in with us on another terrific Tuesday on the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. It is now my absolute pleasure to bring to you the world's sexiest granny and everyone's favorite comedian, the Queen herself, Queen Silvy.
Yes, it is me, Queen Silvy, on this terrific Tuesday. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. Oh, you are so in for some super greatness. I feel like boxing right now. I'm like, I'm going to fight Tim right now. I'm geeked. I'm ready. But I'm also ready to find out how to keep a man happy. Like I don't know. Okay, come on. Hello, like I don't know. In any event, Smooth, how are you today?
I'm doing terrific on this Tuesday. And Queen Silvy, might I ask, how are you doing?
As always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose.
That's right.
24/7, 365. Queen Silvy, you're just simply
I know.
amazing.
True that.
You look fabulous today.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Hey, I want to stop speaking of which and give a shout out to beautiful Queen, multi-talented, doing some great things, Queen Renita Easley, who presented the Queen this weekend with this necklace. I appreciate that.
The
yes,
Queen.
Absolutely.
The Queen.
That's what's up on this terrific Tuesday. I told you, we are crazy. We are silly. But we are keeping it real because it's all about fun, enjoying your life. And I'm hoping that you are going to be kind and spread the word to someone else so that they can come in and get some of the super greatness that we have in store. But before we get things going smooth, I do believe that you have some announcements to give.
Absolutely have some announcements. As always, our hearts and prayers are going out to the world, and there just seems to be violence everywhere. So all I can say is, hey, what is it? Give peace a chance, man. I mean, wow. Stop killing and hating and all that shit. It's a lot easier if we just get along. Indeed.
That's right.
If you would, though, on to something positive, take a look at the top of the screen. You're going to see ways of getting a hold of the Queen and myself. And one way is to go to www.thequeensilvyshow.com. Go ahead and go to the contact tab, scroll on down, and drop in your email, and we can get back and correspond with you. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, that's another way that you could drop us some information.
Mm-hmm.
Also, because you are worth it, Foxy 5 Jewelry. Sassy, elegant, and affordable, fashionable jewelry and accessories for you and or that someone special. So go ahead and get a hold of Monica Wright on Facebook or go to www.foxy5jewelry.com. Get yourself hooked up. Mm-hmm. Indeed. Another way to keep up with it is to go to our YouTube page. And simply, when you go to YouTube, is type in The Queen Silvy Show in the search engine, and you'll come up with a result of all three of our shows, as well as some other projects we work on. So, and when you're there, we would appreciate it if you would please subscribe so we can keep growing the content of that channel for you.
Absolutely.
Also, we, again, have been nominated for the Best of Toledo in podcasting. So if you would, please.
Again.
Go to Toledo City Magazine.
Nope. Try it again. Try it again,
The Toledo City Paper.
There you go.
The ToledoCityPaper.com. And go to the awards. And when you go to the media, awards, media, and scroll on down the podcast, and please put your vote in for The Queen Silvy Show. I got it right that time, didn't I?
Absolutely. Much appreciated.
The ToledoCityPaper.com.
That's correct.
Okay, got it. Anyhow, analytics from last week. You're something else.
I know.
You're amazing.
I know.
St. Lucia, St. Vincent's, New Zealand, Jamaica, Trinidad, United Kingdom,
Woo.
the Bahamas,
Yes.
Australia, and
Yes.
the good old US of A. Hey, thank you.
Thank you
We
indeed.
appreciate you listening on into the show.
Yes, indeed. Matter of fact, if you are watching this live, I want you to know Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on our archive, hey, Smooth,
Our love is everlasting.
our love is everlasting.
Yes, ma'am.
We love and appreciate you too on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show here for you. Before I do want to remind you that the phone lines are open. If you'd love to call in and ask our guest a question, give a holler at Smooth or myself, or give a shout out, that number is 817-602-0577. That is the number to the Queen Silvy Show. But before I get things going and get things with my magnificent, powerful guest, what I'd like to do at this moment is I'd like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. You know, if you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. I mean, you must grind every day. You know, success in life comes when you simply refuse to give up. With goals so strong that obstacles, failures, and loss, that only acts as motivation. So give yourself credit for trying. I mean, hey, working on yourself can be a little bit hard, but the rewards of not giving up can really change your life. So rise, my kings and queens. Charge up and stay on that grind. Know why? Because you're worth it. That's right. And those are some motivational words. Yeah, baby. From the Queen Silvy Show to you. Hey, I'm going to get some shout outs to everyone. I have not forgotten. I have a magnificent, appreciative list of shout outs to give, and I will give those shout outs to you in just a little bit. But right now, I want to get into this guy because he is sharing his journey of 26 years as a boxer and his hot book entitled How to Keep a Man Happy. I love when people be like, gonna tell me how to keep a man happy.
I like when they tell you how to keep a man happy too, Queen. That sounds like
well, keep a man happy, keep a woman happy. Listen, you know, it's all good when it's all positive to help you stay up. You know how many divorces, you know how many abusive relationships and things where people just don't understand or know just the simple things on what it is. But we're going to find out from that because this movie is soon to be this book is soon to be a movie releasing in 2023. He is live from Austin, Texas, boxer, writer, author, Contrelle Wright. Hey. Hello, how are you today?
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing so great. Thank you for taking the time and being here on the Queen Silvy Show. I appreciate that.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Were you hearing that? You hear feedback?
Yep, I'm hearing his audio coming through.
And which means
His speaker's on, or he's watching it on.
You have it on speaker?
Yes.
Why?
Oh, no.
had to throw that one on you. Why? You know that's
technical.
that's what my grandson. Everything is why.
Why?
I'm like, God, why? But listen, you are originally from the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. You're now a Texan, though. We've been a Texan.
Muted himself.
Wait, did you mute yourself?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
So now you're a Texan here, but way back, let's go back to Chicago. When you was young and growing up, what did you want to do? What did you want to be when you grew up?
When I was growing up, I always wanted to be a truck driver or electrician. When I was young.
And you are a truck driver too.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
Yes, ma'am.
that's what's up. What kind of trucks do you be doing and driving for? You know, believe it or not, I used to want to be back in the day a truck driver because I wanted people to just double look and be like, "What is that girl? A truck?" Yes, a truck driver. So tell me about it.
Well, I drive for a company called Tescon. I deliver gas and diesel, dealing with hazmat, 18-wheelers, and everything. So I do local.
Wow. You don't have to do all the mechanic parts, right? But you do have to go through and make sure your vehicle is in check before you take off, right?
Oh yeah, check pre-trip, make sure ain't nothing leaking as far as like, gas or diesel, no spills or anything, making sure that your brakes and everything is working.
That's what's up. I'm hats off to you. I mean, I'm learning something
Hauling
new.
gas and diesel, yeah, just keep it safe.
That's right.
That's the wrong product to be hauling around and driving unsafe.
You know, anybody that can do that is a bad. Shut your mouth. Where's my audience? Audience, give him some. Give him some. Oh. You know, I charge my audience every night, so we were good to go today, just so you know. But for my viewers, for the listeners, for the readers, for everyone out there, I want you to right now share something that we wouldn't know about you, Contrelle Wright. Give me a secret.
I'm closer to God than I ever been in my life.
Amen. I like that a lot. Oh, audience, do it again. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, now let's talk of this boxing because boxing is the king of combat sport, right? Do you agree with me? Okay, now see, I'm looking at you and I'm like, you just look like you're 25 or 26 years old, but yet you've been boxing for 26 years. I'm like, Jiminy Crickets. How did you get started so young and why?
Well, my mom plays a major role in my life. Back in Chicago, I was living in the project and everything and stuff like that, and my mom was like, she didn't want her boys to, get out and start selling drugs because I had a lot of my friends started at a young age, out there selling it. So one day my mama came to me, she's like, "You want to box?" I'm like, yeah, mom, I want to box. I was like 7 years old. So I went to the gym and I just fell in love with it.
That's what's up. That kind of builds your confidence too, when you're in the hood and you're trying to survive. Because I know I'm from the hood here in Glass City, from Toledo, Ohio. We ain't too far from Chicago. But with my children, my son and daughter, I got them into taekwondo, karate. I was even scared. I'm a wimp. I was scared to even let my son play football. I'm like, I don't want him to get hurt, but I let him play 1 year so that he can say he played it. But taekwondo, boxing, those are great things to keep your confidence built up too, because you're always going to every day have a chance to be confronted with somebody that's hating.
You need to defend yourself no matter. You need to have basic defense ability.
Right.
And also, it's come with discipline,
Yeah.
Boxing and you doing the martial art, it come with discipline because, I used to have a bad attitude, and that's how I cope with it through boxing.
What did you have a bad attitude about?
Just life, you're a part of your environment.
Right. Right.
So you're around that type of energy and type of spirits and everything. It get a hold on to you, and you become that.
So are you the only boy, your mom, only son?
No, I got three brothers and 2 sisters.
Okay.
I have a question. now that you've described it, you think that type of an environment can be toxic growing up in, yes? Do you try to pay it forward by, maybe instructing some of these younger kids, having a little session on the side to teach these young kids some self-defense boxing skills? Do you?
Well, he's in Texas now, see?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually do that out here in Texas. Still training little kids. I sit down and have a talk with them. Some of them teenagers. So, I just teach them certain things where they understand to their level. They might not understand it, but I just throw it out there because someday you're going to run across this again.
Absolutely. I want to note that the youngest boxer that I know to win a title, and you tell me if I'm correct, but this is what they tell me, Wilfred Benitez. He was 17 years old when he won his first of 3 career world titles, and he did 15 rounds split decision in his favor. When they say 15 rounds, do they still do 15 rounds, or is it now just 12?
It's 12 rounds. Back then, 15 rounds was a lot of rounds, and someone ended up dying.
Yeah, it's a lot of rounds right now.
Yeah, so they bring it down to 12.
Okay, so I want to show this photo because this is you. This is the one and only right here. Represent. Tell me about these belts. Tell me about what we're looking at right now.
Well, I was I can't really remember, but I think I was 2000. It was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
2000 Golden Glove champion. I was a 2015 ringside world champion. I was a 2003, 2004 world champion ringside. Also, I was a state champion, 10-time state champion. I was a Junior Olympics. I ranked number 3 in the nationals.
Boy, I am like, damn. Shoot, you can fight.
Oh yeah.
You can fight. You got the backing on that as well. I want to show this little video for somebody. It's like 49 seconds, but it's what hyped me up today. I'm going to show this to you right quick, and we're going to come right back. Check it out. See, that got me hyped right now. I'm like, oh, let me stop. Because I'm a tomboy, because, hey, I like it. But for somebody that's never seen you, see, you just told all the weight, all these belts and stuff. You done proved to me, I believe that you can fight. But now for somebody who's never seen your fight, which bout is worth going back and checking out with you?
Say it again.
Which fight do you have in the past that for somebody who's never seen you fight, and we done already hyped them and convinced them now you can fight? What do I have to go back to watch of you fighting?
I have. Well, everything is so different now. From back then and now. A lot of our stuff is on tapes. The old school tapes and everything and stuff like that. I'm saying? A lot of my fights. I got a couple of fights in my phone, but I never put it on YouTube and everything. And there's a reason why I don't put things on YouTube, because you don't want a lot of your opponents when you first come
scouted.
Right. Oh, I already know.
Yeah, so people pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to try to get a fight, and then they go back and look at you like, oh, no, this guy. And then, now you got to keep searching to try to find your opponent. So you'll never want to give a person too much of you. So that's like Floyd Mayweather. You see, he show you what he wants you to see. But behind closed door, everything is private.
Right. So when he's up for a fight, the other person got to do their homework to find out just what it is that they need to do to break his ass down.
Yeah, to break it, but like Floyd is Floyd.
Yeah.
So it's certain things. The reason why I don't show a lot of things on it.
I respect that. A lot.
So whose belt do you want?
Are you still boxing? No.
Yeah. Whose belt are you going after? What do you want?
whoever at 105, 108, whoever the real champion, I'm coming for you.
So you're ready for anybody?
Yeah, I got 2 more years in my career. I'll be 35 years old. I just want to be a dad now. And when I want to be a dad, my oldest son is 13. He'll be 14 next year. He's a good running back. He's scoring 300 something yards a game.
That's what's up.
That's what's
up. I like that.
Well, let me ask you a question. I got a question. Now, how do you get yourself emotionally charged up for that fight so you've got that type of adrenaline rolling that you want to beat this dude's ass?
Like me, I was watching that already.
You still need you've over the years learned to control that behavior so that it doesn't affect your boxing ability. Because I think emotion can ruin a good ability.
Well, it's like a switch. You know how to turn it on and turn it off. And I never I don't let my emotions control a lot of things. When it's go time, it's show time. When you got a family and when you're on a mission, you turn all that emotion off, and you always gonna have that demon side of you, no matter what. It's always gonna be a part of you.
Absolutely.
It just takes to tap into that inner you.
That's what's up. Boxing, when you said discipline, you're very right because, boxing does have an array of physical and mental advantages, like your cardiovascular, your endurance, definitely eye-hand coordination. I mean, if you can't work them hands with them eyes, you're going to get beat. You're going to get beat up like it ain't funny.
And
you
better
feel
have
me?
good feet.
Right.
If you don't have good feet, you're going to get your ass kicked.
You talk about, I got my focus on, but what with your hand? What, Nick? I mean, just bamming you out. But it also, psychologically, it offers the confidence and the self-awareness, But like any other sport, like everything in life, there's some disadvantages. And I mean, the possibility of getting hurt, like we've seen Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, over a career of doing this, the injuries, So has the fear of injury for you play in your career decisions, like now deciding that I'm going to stop and
in
such
the next
and such,
couple of years, I'm going to stop
and focus? Aren't you ever afraid of the injury that can come from years of boxing? That was such a good question. He froze.
That he froze up on us. He'll be back.
What?
That was a good question, though.
What?
He says, what?
Did you just say to me, hey, it's true. You can go and do any sport and injure yourself. Mm-hmm. And boxing, now we've heard how boxing.
Who was it that was, Sugar Ray had the detached retina? Mm-hmm. And that happened
Look at Muhammad Ali, too.
And, Ali, that ended up just being a plain old train wreck with Muhammad, which is a shame. Yeah, he disconnected, but we'll get him back.
Yeah, he disconnected. I kind of stunned him with that one, like, boom. He might be going to get his boxing gloves.
I think, so he must be 33 because he said he's going to retire at 35 in 2 years. So
he still looks so young, has a 13-year-old.
You don't look at old to me now that you're back.
Yeah, I thought I must have. I turned it again.
Yes, let me see.
Let me get him back in here. Okay,
there you go.
Hang tight.
I was like, he left because what I come about with that good hard questionnaire.
Oh no.
So look, I was mentioning how, like Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray, how boxers come out with this injury, that's a disadvantage of any sport, but especially with boxing. So do you ever have a fear of injury?
When you believe in God, and when I mean believe, because a lot of people say they believe in God, but their heart is far from God. Mm-hmm. When I say that I'm really in like debt with God, it's like I don't, because you speak things into the universe. So I don't think about that because I know that I'm covered. God gave me this talent for a reason, and I ask God all the time, you can have a talent at something, but that's not what God wants you to do.
Right.
So even though I say, yeah, God, okay, yeah, I want to do this in 2 years, or I want to be a real champion within these 2 years, God might have a different plan for me. Mm-hmm. So I never question him, and only thing that I can do is just focus and keep myself healthy like I've been healthy for the last 26 years of my career.
That's what's up. Oh, you got a good head on your shoulders, young man.
Very interesting.
I say
I
young
think
man because you already, he has a 13-year-old, everyone. Can you believe this? And I'm like, that is what's up.
Wow.
Some people, and I'm just saying some, they could be haters, whatever, but some people are saying that boxing is changing. That many of the boxing fans are switching their interest and their attention to MMA. What's your thoughts on that? You feel that way?
well, MMA can never be bigger than boxing, and um far as like yes, boxing, as far as business, it's not like the old days where everybody fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you make it, okay, now I'm the world champion. I'm gonna pick who I want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So I might fight this guy over here, but this might take a loss. He might give me my first L. So you know what? I want 50 million. You know, versus in the old time, everybody like I want to fight everybody. I want to prove the world that I'm the best. I don't care if we fight for 2 cents.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of mindset. So it's more of a business now.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not going to compare it, but like back in the day, music artists, the thing was getting signed to an artist. Now it's independence, right? Now tell me
Yes.
with boxing, they have an agent, someone who gets their fights lined up for them. But these days, how is it? Is it you that's lining up and going out to do the work yourself to get your bouts, or do you have a team?
Well, you always gonna start off with a solid team. That's why Floyd Mayweather the best. He got a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And because no one can make it by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get you a good team, because you got to remember you're the talent. You're the one that in charge in reality. You don't want just making all these people money. And the smartest thing that Floyd Mayweather ever did was cut out the middleman.
Mm-hmm.
He cut out Bob Arum, paid $700,000. Now look at his life now.
Mm.
He's in full control.
Mm. So I'm gonna move on and get to this book, but one last question: when you talk about Floyd Mayweather, what is your opinion on Tyson and how he's come out of that? And what did he go broke?
Oh, you mean from the controversy with Holyfield and all that?
Yeah, yeah.
And tattooing his face all up.
Yeah. What's your opinion? Tell me what you think about Tyson.
Man, I love Tyson. I listen to a lot of his podcasts. He's very educational. I never knew that he was so smart the way he is. And sometimes people don't see, a lot of people quick to judge.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what a person really battling with.
Absolutely.
The demon that they fighting with every day. So it's not me to pinpoint and say like, oh, I feel like this. I feel like I love him. I love him. I thank him. I thank Tyson for everything that he done for the sport.
All right.
You watch the movie about and how he grew up, and you can't help but understand how he's got some issues.
Well, he had it tough.
We all have issues.
Right.
We all deal with things.
Right.
So, it's how you deal with it.
I was just gonna say straight up, it does that in your faith. You feel me?
That's it.
And that's what's up. So he's still alive. So there's always opportunity for him to just be himself. That's the main thing. A lot of people want to put their hands in and get in on your purpose, on your passion, and try and ride your coattail. But no, y'all better go on and get in your own line. I've told so many people that go flick those off, because you can have people that's in your court. You can have people on your block.
No, that's what happens.
Do not want to see you succeed.
Those
You feel
demons
me?
will jump on you.
Yeah.
And that happened to Mike, and he went astray for a minute. He got himself back straight. But
Be all right. He's going to be all right. Show that book for me, if you will, because this book is fire. And it looks like fire. I'm like, because you're not only a great truck driver, a boxer, a writer, but you are in the club of authors with your powerful book entitled How to Keep a Man Happy. What was going on in your life or not going on in your life that inspired you to write the book?
Well, actually, when I moved to Texas, me and my wife and my one son at the time, I was 24, and a girl just jumped in my inbox. Because I'm always, speaking this about positive things, about relationships and everything. So one day she just jumped in my inbox, and she's like, hey, Contrelle, you ever thought about writing a book? And I'm like, no, she said you need to because you influenced me so much. Whatever. So I'm like, all right. So that moment, I'm the type of person, it's doers and thinkers. I'm the doer.
Right.
So when she said it, I said, you know what? I'm gonna write a book. Because I never thought about writing a book. But that's what I say. Like sometimes when you get out your comfort zone and you go to different places in life, God have different things on your journey waiting on you. And this what happened. This is what the book came about, because I never thought about ever writing a book in my life. I never thought I'd be an author. So I just started. So now I'm thinking every day. I'm asking. Going to the older generations. Writing down. Their opinions about different things, and taking their experience of life, and men and women.
That's right.
So
because that's what I was going to ask you. What kind of research did you do, and how long did you spend researching before you come out with your book? And so
it took me maybe 4 or 5 months. I want to take like 4 or 5 months to write the book. When you really have God in your life, God to put the right people in your life. Everything that you need, He put you right there. Your references, everything. He put you right there. And I was just at the right time, at the right place in my life.
Well, that's what's up. I see Danita here is asking, do you know how to keep a woman happy? Well, Danita, apparently he's married. How long you've been married?
We've been together for 15 years, but we've been married for 7, going 8.
That's what's up. So you want to answer her?
See, if I didn't know how to keep a woman happy, we wouldn't be here this long.
Amen.
Another thing, I want women. This is the reason why I wrote the book as well too, because everything is always about a woman. Everything is about a woman. Woman. It's never about a man. That sit down and understand a man. So this the whole break. See, sometimes people see this book and they judge you like, "Oh, yeah, this gonna be like a woman beater. This is gonna."
You get people that do that.
Judge it, judge it. But when I started breaking it down and giving them a better understanding, oh man, this sounds like a good book, or this sounds like something. It's more to it. It's not what you think it is.
It's kind of like the old adage: you can't judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's true. So I want to note one thing, and I want to note this, that, of all the advice out there in the world, you got the good, the bad, you got people that's been scorned, and they're going to give you some bad stuff. But of all of that, me personally, I believe that respect, communication, and space is the top key to it all. Do you?
I agree.
Do you think so? Space, especially space. Oh my God! Listen, Tim is, by the way, husband number 4, so I damn know what I'm talking about. Hello. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I have
survived.
That's right. But explain how the men, because this is something that you said, that the men from past decades, 20s, 30s, you said that yourself, is different from the current generation. Elaborate that for me.
Of course, there's more men around. The generation that I'm living in, we living in. A lot of them don't know how to be men, and because it was never a man at home to teach them and show them what it looked like, what a man's supposed to do. When you get the family, the sacrifice, the leadership, knowing the difference from controlling and leading. And that's one of the biggest things in this generation. A lot of men don't know the difference from leading and controlling. And then when you hear a word submissive, I want my woman to submit. Take time. It don't happen overnight, especially in my generation. I'm talking about my generation. Because in my generation, a lot of our women are taught to learn how to survive without a man. So, and a lot of these women are more successful than men nowadays. They're the one who got all the money, making all the top dollars and everything and stuff like that.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So they get in a mindset. In their mind, they like, I don't really need a man, but, I don't really need a man. You know what I'm saying? So some of them grow up and get old, and be single and die alone, and that's not, we got to come together.
Yes.
I'm the head. My wife is the neck. So we move at one.
I like that.
We equal, but she understands I have a role and she have a role. I know her strong point, well, she know my strong point. It's okay to let your woman lead. when she know what she's doing. It's okay to. It's sometimes it's good to take the
You're a
back.
team. You're part of that team. So of course it is. You know what I mean?
So yeah, so when you, and I like when you say queen, and when you say queen, I don't say my wife anymore. I say my queen. A
Right.
queen is forever.
Right.
A wife is temporary.
Right.
You know, so I try to rephrase a lot of things. This is my queen because a queen is forever. A wife
Absolutely.
is temporary.
I'm so glad
That's
you
the same
pointed
thing
that
you
out.
told
Yes.
me. That's when we got married. You
That's
said,
right.
Timothy, this is forever.
That's right.
And I am a
That's right.
queen and will not have it no other way, thank you. But he is my king too. You know what I mean? There's a start of respect right there. You feel me? And then you
Yes.
got the understanding. I mean, nobody on this earth walking is perfect. So your challenge is learning to get along together, learn together, and give that out to the world. Because man, we are our youth. I'm so afraid for our youth and the future.
And you know what? Obviously, support. Let's go to support. And obviously, his wife supports the hell out of him
Of
to
course.
follow him down to Houston, right? And support your boxing and keep with you, watching you go through what you go through. There's a lot of love, support, and trust in what you're doing.
Oh yeah, my wife is amazing. We have our ups and downs, but we know this forever.
Right.
It's bigger than us.
Right.
And we grew to each other. Sometimes we feel like we grow apart, but you gotta get to God. You gotta protect your unity. And I tell my wife all the time, we built this. We got on our knees. Sometimes we what we used to do, we try to go to other people's advice and get this. It's okay to get advice sometimes, but baby, it's about us because at the end of the day, we gonna make the decision.
Mm-hmm.
It's about us. Everybody ain't rooting for us.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand that. Stop thinking that everybody's your friend. Everybody want to see you happy. The world we live in is wicked. The world we live in is wicked.
I'm telling you.
So I tell my wife this all the time, and we have to protect this. I'm not looking for perfect. But if me and you keep fighting, it's forever.
I love it.
It's gonna be forever.
I love it. I love it. Your book is 102 pages, right? Give me some
Yeah.
pointers or some important excerpts from your book. Give me something.
Well, I talk about strong mind, strong man, and that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Because our women speak life. You women speak life into us. So when I'm working on the movie is already done. But sometimes I fall off. And my wife like, hey, Contrelle, you need to get on your business. You need to woo, and that spark will come right back. And I'm like, you right, babe, you right. How you trying to handle business and so my wife, she plays a major role in my life when you strong mind, strong man, because
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes we get emotional, but we can't think straight, and that's why we gotta stay masculine, at all times. Because when your man is masculine, we think better. When we get our emotion and we get like women, get all in our feelings, and we're not thinking straight. You know what I'm saying? We thinking like, somebody got to be strong. You know what I'm saying? And as men, as the provider, as the leader, we got to be strong, like the king of the jungle. You know what I'm saying? At all times.
Courtney is asking, what exactly do men secretly want?
Peace. And when I mean peace, someone when okay, like submit. When people hear the word submit, you got to break it down, elaborate a little bit. And when I mean like it's compromising, come to agreement. It ain't about who right. It ain't about who wrong. It's about coming together. Okay, babe. How can we move from this? What can we do to do better? You know what I'm saying? Someone to understand that we shouldn't have to walk around with our shield all the time. When we come home, we should be able to put that shield down and just vent, just and tell you like, man, because the world we live in the generation, they think that men don't have feelings, and we do. Every man, they show their feelings and emotion in different ways, and you have to understand what type of man that you're dealing with. So when you understand what type of man you're dealing with, you know how to interact with him.
That's what's up. So you said the movie is complete. It's going to drop next year, 2023. I love the fact that you give the examples in the movie. So brilliant because you talk of three different scenarios, three different cases of individuals who's going through things in life when it comes to making a man happy. So break that down for me, if you will. Like one is a single parent, one's a married and home. Tell me about it.
Let me tell you, it's the crazy part about this. So that's why I say God have people in your life. You know, my cousin, he always said, like, cuz, you need to write a movie, turn your book into a movie. This is $1 million movie. And let me tell you something. I had got fired a couple years ago. I could have went to go get another job. I'm like, nah, I don't want to work right now, you know. And that's how the movie came about. But before I started to write, I sat there and I asked God, I said, God, give me what you want the world to know, to understand. You know, take this pen, take my tongue, take my mind, my mental, and give me everything. So when I came about, start writing, I came with 3 different boys in 3 different households. So the first family, I want to show the world why I support to have a mother and father at home. A woman cannot raise a man. I don't care how strong you are. It's a balance. My mom, a single mother of 5, it was still something that we was missing that a woman could not give a man. And that's why the young boys is the way they is now because they missing a important factor in their life, and that's their dad. So I want to show the world why it's important to have a mother and father. The mother is the nurture, the loving side. The dad is going to be the alpha, the leadership. Like I say, showing him, the sacrifices and everything that, a man's supposed to do. The second family is a single mother, had to work 2 jobs, and the brother had to take care of his 2 sisters. And he's like an emotional. When I say emotional, I mean not meaning that he's feminine or he's gay. I mean he wears heart on his sleeve. And I can relate to that because a lot of my friends, they'll say, man, Trey, why you so serious? Or why you? But this is what I seen from my mom. This is how I react. I got feminine ways like a woman on certain things in life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The third family is the broken home. And I want to show the world, because you hear this a lot too. A lot of women like, well, he had his dad in his life and this and that. Yeah, that's true. It's a lot of men are in a kid life, but that don't mean they are good role models in their life. Because everything started at home. So you take them when they're young, and then we're going to go into 20 years later. Now they all grown up, and now the world finna see what type of men they become.
Hey, you know what? Let me stop real quick because Eva is just clicking in with a good point. She says, well, what about the woman, the gay couple that's together? And you've seen that where people, they adopt a child, same sex home. Can 2 women raise a man? Can 2
No,
men raise a female child? Give me something on that. That's a good
they
question, Eva. Thank you very
but,
much.
but they're just like a man trying to raise a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show her how to put a tampon on. And, it's going to feel weird. You see what I'm saying? It's going to feel weird. And that's why I say it's a balance. It's a role that God put man in on this earth and a woman on this earth. A woman can only do so much. When a young boy turned 13, 14 years old, we have a mind of our own. Yeah, we hear you, but this when our dad come into our life and to guide it as much as he can, in the right direction.
So, what is someone to do now? First, when you gave those 3 stories, I personally can relate, and that's a good thing. The way you've done it, because in every one, you're gonna find people that definitely can relate, have lived through that cycle that way. Me, I have 8 brothers and sisters, 5 boys, 3 girls, single parent. You feel me?
Yes, yes,
As dysfunctional as it is true that we all don't have the same father. It is
yes.
true that the father is absent and missing, but I have to go on faith. I have to go on fear. And whether you a single mother or single dad, you still do what you can do. Because sometimes this is true too. You can do all you can for that child. When that child get grown and go out, they going to do what they want. Either they take that in and keep it in, or it's going right through the ear. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it comes to a point, even when that individual must fess up and what they have learned, what they haven't learned, that's missing, where they want to go, and get on that right path. Because you can get stirred. You get those young kids in the hoods that want the love from a gang member. Then what? So
And that's what, and that's the biggest thing right now, that I feel like the world is searching for it. The world is so everywhere because they searching for love. Like even with women, when I was growing up, you know how it was so hard to find a woman with a booty picture or showing up. Now you see it everywhere because they searching for something. They are
Right.
broken,
Right.
you know. So they feel like putting their body, getting their body done, and all this that a man's gonna love you. No, a man is not gonna love you. One thing about a man that women don't understand, if you not challenge a man mental, it won't last long.
Right.
It's a mental challenge.
It ain't about that lust and
No.
you know,
Because
you
after
gotta
that fade
love
away-
yourself first, so you know who's loving themselves when you see them out there. Just what? Come on now, you can't do that.
Like me, every guy who did have their mother, our woman is our mother. That's our first girlfriend, our mother. So however our mother is, this is what we're gonna look for. You know what I'm saying? Certain, similarities in their life, And like with my mama never wore makeup. My mama never wear fake, none of that. My mom always been natural.
Right.
So I like a woman natural.
Right.
Woman that I deal with, I like it natural. See, I don't want to be living in a bubble with everybody.
Right on.
I
I am the same way. I'm telling you, you got to accept my pancake booty. I ain't doing nothing to it. You feel me? You got to accept me for me. Listen, and
that's 100% correct. See, my mama had dark hair, dark eyes, and no booty.
Look. And look at who you
There's
with.
a little difference, but almost a perfect fit.
Yeah, we've been together married 15 years. I'm honored about that because the challenge and all of that, even being interracial for starters, has its moments. But back to you. Now, start lining it out for me. Tell me how to keep a man happy. What does a female? What does she have to do to keep a man happy? In your words.
Well, like I say, be cooperative. Be our best friend. Know how to be our best friend. Know how to be our wife. You know what I'm saying? The friend zone. Support. Be our biggest fan. Whatever we put our mind into, that show us that it's us against the world. So we want that security. We get insecure too. You know what I'm saying? So we battle with that too. We might not say anything. The older we get, we might ain't got the 6 packs no more. We might got a 2-pack. You know what I'm saying? We might not, getting, it's just certain things that, we get insecure too with our body.
But don't you also want the woman who doesn't support it, looks at you and like, are you out of your damn mind?
No.
Sometimes it's nice to have that woman that puts you into check and saying, listen, no.
Well, that's communication right there, and it's keeping it honest.
Honest, and that's what I'm saying. If you have honest, and you want something forever, forgiveness.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know how to forgive.
Yep.
It's okay. We're gonna have a disagreement. It's okay.
Yep.
We're gonna have a day or two we might not feeling each other. I believe it's a certain point when I believe in love. I do, but then again I don't. I'm big on trust and loyalty.
Now, is all this in your book?
Right.
It's just a feeling.
You talk about all this in your book?
No, see, this is the crazy part. I wish that I could have been as wise in education that I am now than back then.
Part 2.
But this is what I did with the movie, to put everything that God blessed me, all the knowledge, everything that I have, to put it in the movie. Because the book and the movie always gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? But it's still talk about the certain things in the movie, in the book. But it's the reason why, okay, I'm gonna put all this into this movie to give women and men, not just when a woman can learn from this, men do too. You can learn from this too, So it's not just about what a woman should be doing. No, we have to get ourselves together too. Yes. You know what I'm saying? When a woman ready to submit and ready for you to lead her life, you got to be ready.
Two-way street.
There you go.
Because one thing about a woman, y'all like to challenge. It's a challenge. Y'all gonna challenge us. Y'all want to see that can we handle this. It's always a challenge, and we have to be ready.
I'm not about a challenge. Tim, am I about a challenge? Hell yeah, about a challenge.
All the time. Pick a number. Anyhow, I got a question about the shoot. And when you put this all together, and did you get, and you're in Houston, not Houston, I'm sorry, Austin. Now, did you get a local film director and local actors? Are you in it? How did the script all come together? What was the process of all this for you, and how did it come together?
Oh man, it's an amazing journey. Like I say, God guided me and my big cousin. We sat and we wrote everything. And then it went from, okay, now we got to start looking for actors. And I was so blessed and fortunate. I met this guy named Taylor. He was already in the industry. He already know everything. Contrelle, if you need help, I can help you. I said, yeah, I need help. I'm looking for such and such. He the one that blessed me through finding all the actors and I mean talent.
See how he puts people in your path?
So it started off from like fake actors. People I'm putting people off the street and I didn't really know. They never did this until like I got to take it professional. So it was a difference. It was a process from, because he wanted to really set the bar for me. I didn't know about reading table scripts and doing all this and doing all like he's the one who really put me up on game and showed me the ropes. And then when it went from him, now I started reaching out to a guy from Chicago. One of the guys, he's a director, he was shooting movies and everything. He was upcoming. Hey, bro. Hey, like I said, I'm working a 9 to 5. A lot of people like, Contrelle, how did you make all this happen? God, I don't know. I'm flying people out on airports, putting people in Airbnbs. I'm talking, I got over 40-some cast members. I'm feeding everybody. I'm buying dresses because I couldn't pay everybody. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to show you that I love you. And I'm really I believe in y'all. I'm going to treat y'all like stars. So what I'm doing, buying dresses and suits and ties and, to show my love and support. Because I thank y'all because y'all could have been doing something else. But y'all really believe in me. Y'all believing in this journey.
That's what's up. That's how you do it.
Good for you. Good for you.
I mean, I want to watch it right now. Send it to me. Let me watch it later on. Just kidding.
Now it's all out of editing, or it's still being chopped up and put together.
It's still being chopped up, editing. I had a little, like I say, it's supposed to be done in July. When you new to this, God gonna take you through so many journeys, and you learn through life, through experience, man. And I really believe in someone. I'm gonna share this with you. I really believe in someone. And, no matter how good you be to someone always gonna do something, you know what I'm saying, to try to hurt you.
I'm thinking, it's going to take, it might take a year. I'm thinking the movies that we were in, we've been in 2 and 1, and they both took about a year almost to get through production and editing.
The things that you got to go through to make it legit and make it right and all that there. But you're doing a dang good job.
For you.
I love Texas. That's one thing I love about Texas because they are into really making things happen.
They are.
We ended up there, and I don't know how we ended up there, but see, the Lord puts you in the right place. He opens up paths for you, and that happened because we sold our house up here. We sold our house and bought an RV, and I traveled doing stand-up comedy for a while, and we landed in Texas, and boom, it just flourished like crazy in Texas. One of our guests was a movie director, and from that point, where Smooth is, I don't know how many movies and documentaries, and you see how blessings happen. Everyone that has come aboard and participated in your movie, you have inspired them. You don't know where they're going to go up from there, and then just the appreciation. Oh, I can't wait to I'm ready to see this movie like right now. Like for real right now. It is I'm sure it's so great, and you must keep me posted.
And when you have your red carpet premiere, we'll have to know all about it.
Yeah, if you do a red carpet thing for your thing, we'll come down back to Texas for that. Are you kidding? That's what's up.
Oh yeah, so I will have one in Chicago.
Oh,
I'm from, and I'm gonna have one down in Texas because a lot of my actors are from Texas, so I'll be throwing it down in Houston and everything. But like I say, all glory goes to God.
Amen.
I'm nothing with it.
Chicago. What part of Chicago are you originally from?
South Side.
South Side.
Outside of Chicago.
Is the baddest part of town.
That's
and if you're ever down there, you better beware.
Yeah, okay, representing.
So you're that bad Leroy Brown.
That's nah. Show the book one more time for me. Tell everyone where they can go to purchase this hot book, because they're going to be ready for the movie.
We'll go over videos.
Yeah, this is going to show that book again. Yeah, it is so worthy.
This one here? Yeah. How to keep a man
right there. Where can we go to purchase it?
You go to Amazon and, like I say, you can type in how to keep a man happy and make sure that it say, the bottom name Contrelle and Wright, and like I say, the book it ain't nothing but $12. Like I say, Ma, it's another thing. It's never about the money. It's the knowledge. I really want us to unite, again, and like I say, society and the culture that we live in, we are so divided, and especially, I feel like we divided when they started, public aid assistance in the 1960s. That's when everything just felt like it went apart, and when you living on Section 8 and low income, hey, you cannot keep a man in the house. So, a lot of these women got in their mind like, okay, well, I don't need a man, and that's how they kick the man out the house. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it all began, and I feel like this, life that we live in is all about control. The government and the society, and they know what they're doing. Because I guarantee if they woke up today and they say, you know what, we're not gonna give no more public assistance, no more low income section. Watch how everyone unite, because everyone gonna need each other now.
Yep.
That's right. You know how many people don't have an education or a GED? Everything is going up. Everything is expensive. One job is not gonna make it. I make 6 figures. I'm blessed.
Boy, I can talk for hours on that government.
He made an interesting statement, and I want to. And earlier when you was talking about generationally how things have changed, and from the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, all through baby boomers to the generation. What are we at now? Z, X, Y, K. I don't have no freaking idea. But what I believe is, I think the government and media dictates how a father figure and a mother figure is supposed to interact in the family. We see it so much, and we get programmed, oh, that's how it's supposed to be. It was back in the day, Ozzie and Harriet, father knows best. Oh, he's cutting the turkey and wearing the suit to the dinner table. And nowadays, I mean, look at it, it's like, you don't see that anymore.
Man, it's doing good if you can get all the family together.
You know what I'm trying to say? I think that makes a huge difference.
Oh yeah, Tim. I understand exactly. Understanding where you coming from, and that's why I say, like, it just the time it just changed. And I tell women this all the time. A lot of these women look for men. No, in the Bible, I don't believe everything in the Bible, but I do believe certain things in the Bible. A man who find a wife find a good thing. And I found my wife. She didn't find me. I found my wife. And also, a lot of you women, when you chase a dollar, people say the money is the rule of all evil. No, it's not. The money is not the rule of all. It's the love for money that makes it evil.
Mm-hmm.
It's and so a lot of these women chase a man, and a lot of marriage don't last because now it's based on what a person can do. It's not based on love anymore. It's not, genuine. It's not. They not loving for the right reason. It's all about what a person can really do for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So of course, nothing is gonna last that long. You know what I'm saying? When you got into it, it's a business deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if your mind and your body and spirits coming in already in the wrong reason, God's not gonna bless that because your heart is not pure. You don't have good intention into this. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So people have to understand it's not about the biggest diamond on your ring. It's not about the designers. It's about nature. Me and my wife, we learned to enjoy nature. It's not about money, because God blessed us with everything that we need. I'm always going to be blessed. We always going to be blessed. As long as we keep loving God, I teach my wife and I teach my kids. You love God more than you love anything on this earth. And that's more than each other because he's going to continue to bless us.
Amen. You are going places and doing things. I'm like, they're going to have a 50th year anniversary and we'll be gone by then, Smooth. But I'm proud of you for sticking it, for doing what it is that you're doing. I'm telling you, you have a good head on your shoulders. You are doing the right things, saying the right things. Okay, you're going to always have a hater. You're going to always have somebody that got something to say negative, but they can just going to get in line and try and find themselves because they need to love yourself first and follow your passion in life. And I love the road that you are taking. I love your confidence and your faith in God. Listen, and that means a lot. So many people out here are lost. I mean, individually and...
No one believe in God. No one believe in God anymore. Everybody think they put themselves in this situation like, okay, you already know your bill, plain example, your bill is due. But you want to go and spend your last couple of dollars on something that you know that you got to pay your bill. Then you praying to God, God, why you do this to me? God didn't do that to me.
Oh God!
I'm
Oh
like,
God! Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did that,
Yeah.
not God. You
Yeah.
did that. You made that decision.
People need to wake
You
up and
know,
get on that grind and get on it the
but you
right
know,
way.
I don't. One thing about me, only person can judge me is God. When I gave up my trauma and everything that I dealt with in my past, I found peace. When I mean peace, the inner peace. A lot of people think you don't know what peace is. When I fast for 30 days in December, I didn't eat for 30 days, no sex or anything for 30 days. I got a lot closer to God. So a lot of time I be speaking, a lot of people don't understand. It's like I'm speaking Spanish. You know
That's
what I'm
all
saying?
right.
So they don't understand the life and what I'm saying. Because sometimes I have a hard time with my wife, but she don't understand because she didn't take that journey. Until you take the journey, then it enlighten you the way it enlightened me on certain things and why I say certain things and why I move the way I'm moving, because God already talking to me in
Well,
the spirit, not in the
amen.
flesh. The
That's
spirit.
what's up. I love it. You said 30 days of fasting. I'm like, you got me beat with that one because I fast in the mornings, till after
Okay.
noon, and then I go smash. But God bless you, my young man.
Thank
King
you.
doing some great things. Hey, before we go, I want you to keep us in mind when that movie pops, because we want to
Yeah.
represent and share that out to everyone. But tell everybody how you can be followed on social media. Do you have any upcoming fights coming up, by the way?
February. I haven't got the date yet. I keep you in tune on that as well too.
Please do.
February, I'm looking forward to fight in February, and then like I said, you can find me on Facebook, Contrelle Wright, that's my name. To get updated on a lot of things. I don't really be on social media a lot, and the reason why, you don't want to tune in too much spirits and too many demons on social media. So I try my best not to wrap my life around that anymore. And like I say, I told my wife before I check my email, my message with you reaching out to me, I'm like, babe, something that's telling me check my message. And,
Well, I'm glad you
went,
did.
and I say, oh, see, God want me to continuing to keep pushing with this movie, like, son.
Absolutely. See, there it is. I'm glad you answered, actually.
See, wait. He's from Texas. We were in Texas. He's from up north in the Chicago area. We're from up. It's crazy.
And trust me, we may look quite mature, but we are the coolest.
Immature brats you'll ever want to meet.
I kid you not. I follow my purpose. I follow my lead. I do what I'm supposed to do, and you doing a great thing. I want to keep up with you. I'm glad. Shout out to your queen. Keep it going. Keep doing what you're doing, setting an example, because so many people need these positive examples, need this inspiration and motivation, because even the pandemic by itself has driven people to certain lengths that they didn't think they would go to. It changes a lot of attitudes. People get down, and you're right. People start losing faith because of all why all of this is happening. But there's things that we all can do to make that difference, to pull ourselves up and pray, believe.
And the big thing is, people get bent out of shape. Money control people, get them all worked up. When you start worrying about money, God gonna take care of everything that you need.
That's right.
And it's so important to have the right people in your life as well too.
Absolutely.
You are what you keep.
That's right. With that said, young man, hey, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to keep it going. Right now, I got to get these shout-outs before they stop messaging me. Is he going to give me shout-out? They want to hear their names, and I want to say the names of these kings and queens from around the world. But listen, keep me posted on all that you're doing. Please come back on the Queen Silvy Show.
Thank you.
Things happen for a reason. Hey, we'll be in touch with you.
All right.
Contrelle Wright. That's right. How to keep a man happy.
Nice young man.
Very good attitude. I love what he's doing. I'm going to give some of these shout outs because, Sylvie's hungry. She's ready to eat.
You ready to smash?
Yes, but I'm going to give a shout out to Kinsley Patinio, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley, Follette Clark, and Kenneth Rouse. Shout out to you. Shout out to Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patinio, Joan Mercer. Shout out to you. To Queen Aaliyah, Asia, Tay, Maya, and Camille. Shout out to you. To my grandsons, my princes, Prince Amari, Prince Jonathan Jr., and Prince Tyron. Shout out to you. As well as Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Brianna, Alana, and Precious. Shout out to you. To Kelly and Ryan and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy and the All-American Girls. Shout out to you. to Pamela Anderson, C. Shorty Franklin, Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, and Donna Ferry, as well as Pam Bailey. Shout out to you. Down in Africa, or over in Africa, or up in Africa.
Wherever it might be.
Yes, shout out to my good friends in Africa, Amy Kanima, Webster Rito, Hostile Flow, Princess Aria Lua, and Hero Boy. Shout out to you. From the Netherlands, Edith Verhoek. Shout out to you, my good friend. Shout out to my good queens over in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Kay Cross, and Bethany Jones. Shout out to you. Lorenzo Gabaniza, Miguel Montalban, Joe Mass, and a shout out to you, as well as James and Audrey, Melody Gore Dobb, Brian Pearson, Damu Gotti, Kim and Roger Russell. Shout out to you. Hey, hey, hey. If you would love to be shouted out, if you have someone that you want represented, we would love to represent you 3 days a week, every Tuesday, with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show, and every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits and special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas, and every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. Do tune in tomorrow. Smooth Show it's going to be hot as always, and that is in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Tim's Tidbits with special co-host Larry E. Anything you want to say about it? I'm
Tune
looking
in
forward
tomorrow.
to it.
We'll have some fun.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to talking to you.
It's always fantastic.
It's always fantastic.
As well as Thursday show with the Now You Know Show. That, too, is in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Do check your time zones, but be there because we have super greatness all through the week just for you. So with that said, Smooth, how can we be followed?
Oh, we can simply be followed by going to www.thequeensilvyshow.com or by simply going to YouTube and typing in The Queen Silvy Show and following us on YouTube. Then you can catch all of our good stuff.
That's right. So, hey, until then, I'm going to go out here and get my grub on. I hope you enjoy the super greatness provided for you on this terrific Tuesday, The Queen Silvy Show. Next week, it continues, always bringing the best in live entertainment talents and topics from around the world to you. So with that said,
until next week, same Queen time, same Queen station. We'll holla.
Bye-bye.